live.
What
We
is
are
up?
alive.
Alive?
Live.
All of the things. Hello, everybody. It is
Hello.
8:25.
It
You
is.
have 3 minutes to grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab your friend a drink.
It's working.
But don't take your friend's drink.
Yep.
Don't grab your friend's drink, I think is what I normally say. We're drinking tonight Troublemaker wine, which is by Austin Hope Vineyards. One of my favorite vineyards out in California. They have a really good Paso Robles.
I don't even know what that means.
It's Spanish grape, I think.
Oh.
But this one is a red blend. It's called Troublemaker. It is much more reasonable, and it's a good wine. It's a good everyday red table wine. A little bit darker, jammier. It's pretty tasty, and it is appropriate for the topic at hand.
That's right.
Stay tuned for that.
The red.
Oh, I didn't even think about the red with Pentecost, but I was
sorry.
thinking about Troublemaker as like the spirit.
Oh, there you go. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
so more to come on that, but you have 2 minutes still.
That's right. You may hear a little bit of rumbling in the background. We're right beside the air conditioner, but
Rumbly.
we have people upstairs, family, who are in need of air conditioner. So it's good. It's good. 8:27. We got one more minute.
And the Fever are playing right now,
They are.
and they were winning last I checked.
Yep, they're up by 4.
We do not have it on right behind us.
Yeah, because you couldn't pay attention.
Because I would really struggle to pay attention. But, you know.
With how many times I
know,
did that.
I know.
It's funny.
But we did get to see this exact matchup last week on Wednesday night
In our city
in Baltimore.
That's right.
Or Baltimore, as some people
Balmer.
call it.
Balmer.
And it was awesome. It was so
was.
cool to walk around downtown last weekend and see all the Caitlin Clark jerseys, all the Fever jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, it really felt like a home game for
Yeah.
Indiana.
That's awesome.
And Sophie got to meet some of the players, and it was so cool.
Oh man.
It was
The
so
coolest. The coolest.
8:28. Welcome, friends, to Talkin' Toast. Drop us a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from tonight. Let us know if you have seen the Aurora Borealis in the last 48 hours, because we have, and, well, sort of. It was here. I was not awake
I looked
for
at the
it.
map and it said it didn't come into Maryland.
No, the Maryland guy, the Foots Forecast guy,
Oh.
said that it peaked at 2 a.m. I was not awake at that
Well,
time.
maybe.
And it's actually looking
I
a
see
little
some colors
it's
out there.
looking a little colorful outside right now.
Yeah.
So let us know if you're in a place where you can see the Aurora Borealis, or maybe you're not, and maybe you're somewhere cool though. Or maybe you're at home and it's just cool to be at home.
Yes. Well, this is Talkin' Toast. We start almost every Tuesday night at 8:28, around 8:28, and we pull back the curtain on the creative process, and we talk about what's sustaining us. We talk about some sports. We talk about maybe what we're going to be talking about the following Sunday. We talk about all different kinds of things.
Spirituality, life.
We talk about music.
Music.
Just whatever is on the mind, and we want it to be. We have this opportunity where we get to have kind of a speaking presence.
Microphone.
We have a microphone, and we want this to be a dialogue that we get to talk back and forth. So. We want to know, first and foremost, what is sustaining you. We start off every Talkin' Toast by asking, what is sustaining you? What is getting you by? What is your 808 beat? What is that undercurrent? What is bringing you life? What is
the ohm that is carrying your soul along?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, will you start us off tonight?
Which is really funny that I said that. I've had multiple dreams in the last couple of, like, in the last 4 nights, I've had multiple dreams of going to some sort of Zen meditation retreat.
Interesting.
And last night's dream of maybe it was this morning's dream, I don't know, Zen meditation retreat with Sue Bird. And, it was just delightful. So, who knows what that means? I would love to know what that means. So what is delighting you? What is?
I just asked you first.
Oh, did
What's
you?
sustaining
Sorry.
you? Yeah, would you like me to go first?
I got sidetracked on my
It's
Zen
okay.
dreams.
It's all right. Maybe your Zen dreams are sustaining you.
I don't
That's
think
good.
so. They're bewildering me. The thing that is sustaining me, if you're watching, you've probably seen that I am in the process of opening a bookstore. And this has been a dream of mine for a long time. It feels like I'm doing my soul's work right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the online store launched. We've got the audiobook store launched. And then we're doing an Indiegogo campaign to try to get enough money to purchase a bus. And
then hit the road.
And then we're gonna hit the road. And we're gonna sell books and have like a really curated experience selling books that are the kinds that are gonna connect with people.
Yeah.
People of all types, books of all types. But in the Washington D.C. Baltimore metro area, we'll be doing in-person events. But that doesn't stop you from patronizing us online.
Anybody. And if you're looking for a spot to stick it to demand,
Bezos.
like a Bezos, this is an opportunity to do that.
I actually ordered my first book from my online store this week, and I got it within 3 days.
That's awesome.
And so I'm super excited. Anyway, I could go on and on about it, but it has reinvigorated me in a way that I didn't ever imagine.
Yeah.
Owning a business.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
And I see you on Saturdays doing some like farmers markets some like festivals
events.
And that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
heck yeah.
But this doesn't have to just be that. Like you are offering first off, you're known for your book recommendations.
I am.
So it's really cool that you could talk to Katie, and then she could come up with like a curated little book selection or book ideas for you.
It's like a syllabus without the homework.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm really excited.
But nobody ever reads the syllabus, so maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Well, it's like spiritual direction, but with books instead of.
You've got a lot of fun ideas, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So check us out, The Bus Booksellers, thebusbooks.com.
The Bus Books.
It is just absolutely delightful.
That's awesome.
What is sustaining you?
All right. I'm
so excited for this.
I kind of hit a wall and needed some time away.
So I had my time away a few weeks ago. I went and hiked the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
What are you doing, John?
What
are you doing?
What I'm doing is on Sunday we are going to celebrate. We're going to go to we'll be at church, and then we'll be celebrating the retirement of our church administrator.
And then what?
And then after that, I'm going to hop in the car, I guess, or maybe you'll drive me. I don't know.
I'll drive you
to the airport, and I'm going to fly on Play Airlines overnight to Iceland by myself. I have never traveled by myself in my life. Well, if I've traveled, I've ridden on a plane by myself, but I've always been going to someone or to, like something. Never like this. So this is completely out of my norm.
I cannot wait.
And I feel like I need a little bit of time away to do some kind of spiritual renewal, I guess, but just soul cleanse all the stuff.
You're gonna do some soul cleanse in the Blue Lagoon.
And I am So I'm just gonna go to Iceland.
For like 4 days.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. We both have figured out that it is really good for us to have a life outside of work and outside of each other, that we bring back into this space whole human beings.
Yeah.
Into this space between the two of us.
Yeah.
And so I felt so rested and renewed after coming back from my trip on the AT. And I was like, John, you got to do this. But he's not the type that's going to go sleep on the ground and be renewed. And so I found this flight, and I was the one who suggested Iceland to begin with.
Well, we've been talking about Iceland for a long time.
We have been talking about
but
Iceland.
There's never, I had the opportunity. Hey, Judy Calvert, in Texas. It's good to see you tonight. So I had the opportunity, and I want to see what this is like.
Silly, cheap flight.
It was. And I want to see what this is like. I've never done anything like this by myself.
I'm so excited for you.
We're going to see what happens.
I cannot wait.
I'm going to rent a car, and I'm going to drive around the Golden Circle and see some waterfalls by myself.
I cannot wait to hear about this.
We'll see what happens.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so great.
I'm going to bring some audiobooks.
You bought at my store.
That's right. So, that's what's sustaining me is thinking about getting away for a little while. It's gonna be nice.
And I've seen you start. You kind of started this process with like apprehension. Yeah. Because I came back and I was like, John, you got to do something. Like, it's time. It's your turn. Yeah. You got to do something. Mm-hmm. And you were like, I don't know. And as we've gotten, this is really like you booked the flight last week. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of sudden. But as we've gotten further along down the line, I can see your excitement building. Oh, yeah. And that's been so fun.
Yeah. I need something to look forward to with that. So that's a lot of fun. Yeah. So yeah.
This week is going to be our last Talk and Toast for the season.
That's right.
So Pentecost is on Sunday, which is the celebration of the Spirit, and it is kind of the last big set apart day before the summer. Yep. And although Trinity Sunday is the following week, which I love Trinity Sunday, but I might be one of every million, whatever.
So it's the last big day.
So it's
You're
the last
right.
big day. And so then we'll be back at Talk and Toast sometime in August, and we'll be sure to announce that. Yeah. But we're gonna use this summertime to start cooking up some fun ideas and see what's simmering. Yeah. But so this week is Pentecost Sunday, which is the celebration of the coming of the Spirit, the riling up of old lady wisdom, the birth of the church, and a lot of really interesting things happen. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that, but talking about what might that celebration and the spirit of it all have to teach us for today.
Yeah. And I think so. The first part of Acts is last week we talked about the ascension. This week, Pentecost, Acts 2 verses 1 through 21, and part of the idea here is not the idea, but part of what happens is there's a group of people. They're standing around, and all of a sudden there is this like wind that comes through, and a tongue of like a flame lights on every person around, and all of a sudden people start speaking in different languages.
The mental image is just bizarre.
It's fascinating, and I love it because this is what we call like the birth of the church. This is the moment they point to that they're like, yeah, this is how it kind of starts, and it's all different kinds of people. Mm-hmm. It starts off by talking about there were Jews from all these different areas, but then it goes into Jews and others, And so it's like it just continues.
So there are these lists of people from all kinds
over.
of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing to you and to me, I think, is that they understand each other. And I don't want to jump.
That's kind of what I'm talking about. Yep. So
when I said to you, I was trying to say like, here you go. Sorry.
So I'm about to be mad if you took my gusto here. So
no gusto's taken.
You go to Iceland. Take my gusto with you. So I just find it really fascinating. A lot of people, when they talk about the Pentecost story, talk about, the giving of the Spirit and speaking in tongues and speaking in all kinds of different languages. And I was thinking about early on in our ministries, Pentecost is a Sunday that a lot of people often get people who speak multiple languages to read the story, which is great, but everybody in the service doesn't understand it. Mm-hmm. Because the spirit of Pentecost, the spirit of this thing that happens, that we celebrate over and over again, is, yes, the giving of these tongues and gifts and, all these things. But the essence of that, when you peel back the layers of just continue asking, well, why was this special? What is it about this what is it about speaking in different languages that makes a difference? Why is this considered the birth of the church? When you start peeling back those layers, you start getting to an idea that the community is birthed out of an understanding. That understanding is the basis of the community. So it's not the miracle. Yeah, sure. The miracle there, it's pretty amazing that there are all kinds of different people gathered in one place. But the miracle is, and I don't use that term lightly, the thing that is divine, the extraordinary thing, the miracle, is that all of those people from all across every corner of the known world at the time understand each other. Mm-hmm. And so it's understanding that builds the community. Yeah. So that's what I'm really interested in talking about, because it feels like we are in a time when understanding is the last thing that comes into a community.
Yeah.
It is not the foundation of a community.
Yeah, it's hard to come.
Rather, you've got to be like us first, and then we will give you the benefit of the doubt once we realize that you're like us. Yeah. Right? Whereas in this text, everybody comes together and they're different, and everybody gets this spirit of understanding, and then that's what builds the community, not that they're all alike.
Yeah.
So it's not that, and I want to be really clear here. A lot of people preach Acts, and I think preach it well by talking about the beauty of diversity. Mm-hmm. It's great. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I would take it one step further and say diversity is tokenism when there is no understanding at the basis of it.
Or attempted
understanding. Yeah. And so what is so beautiful about this Pentecost text, this story, is that it shows that you can't just have diversity without understanding.
Yeah.
And that understanding has to be at the foundation of community making, community building.
Yeah.
It's not, we're gonna seek to understand you when you show us that you're enough like us.
Do this.
Yeah. It's not a conditional understanding.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating that that this one is paired in the lectionary with the Genesis text of the Tower of Babel. Mm-hmm. And what happens at the Tower of Babel is the tower comes down and then everybody's speaking all these different languages, but they don't understand each other. And so this is kind of, a lot of people put these two together and say like, oh, this is the ending of that. Okay, fine. And that Genesis part is it's something negative that happens, and then this is how we get all the different languages.
It's God introducing diversity as a punishment.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think there's got to be something more in this, and I love that your something more in this is, it's an understanding. It's an attempt to understand each other. It is that's the deep piece there.
And I love the attempt.
Yeah.
Because we can think that we understand each other. Like, there are plenty of times where I think that, like, I totally know what's going on in your head, and I am totally wrong.
Yes.
Write that down. Timestamp this.
Yeah.
But I think that the attempt at understanding means that you're putting forth effort to meet that person, that group, whatever, and see things from their perspective as much as you can.
Right.
Versus assuming that you know why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know if I can know, but I know that I can try.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So where are you going? Besides Reykjavik.
Iceland. Sorry. I am talking about the chaos of that moment. It's funny, we were in a text thread today and people were saying like, I have a lot of chaotic friends. Anyway, I thought that was really funny. And
I am a chaotic friend.
But that spoke to me because in Scripture, in this story, in Scripture at the very beginning, the very first story in Genesis, in our Hebrew Scripture and in Christian Scripture, it starts off with chaos. And what happens out of chaos? New life, birth.
Yeah.
And I think about that, the song that I put in for
what's
today.
the song?
See if you can figure it out.
All right.
Yeah, I put it in there because I think it says something to this. It's a song. I didn't put who it was by.
Turn the music up. Got my records on. From underneath the rubble, sing a rebel song. Don't want to see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop.
I turn my music up. I put my records on. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's called "Every Teardrop Is a Waterfall."
Is it because you're going to a waterfall next week?
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but yes. No. It's that beginning that I think about. Teardrops are often like signals of like sadness ending, but the waterfall is like something else is like it's coming along. It's something. It's coming different.
The teardrop as it drops to the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, it would
water
nourish
the ground. Exactly.
Create something new.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, the question then that I think I'm going to pose on Sunday is, all right, it feels like there's some chaos around.
Really?
Do you feel the chaos? Do you feel the chaos? Yeah.
I have two apocalypse gardens. One has completely died.
And then it fits as an apocalypse.
When your apocalypse garden dies, you know you're in trouble.
So, yeah. So I think the question that I'm going to pose is, in this chaotic moment, what is being birthed in you? What is being birthed in us? What is being birthed in all of creation? What's
through understanding?
Yeah,
By seeking understanding. Like it's in chaos. Okay, in chaos, the thing that is not a logical step to take is to seek out understanding.
Yeah.
To understand the systems at play, to understand the people involved
Yeah.
in chaos. But the understanding is the way that the chaos births something new.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've been listening to some different books, and one of the audiobooks I've been talking about is how can you know where you're going if you don't know where you are?
Mm.
And I think that don't know where you are mentality can either be like a clinging to, like what is the thing that's going to ground me, but asking the questions like, okay, who is around me, what are the things that are happening, why am I responding to it this way, what else is seeking the understanding part might be a better way to answer that question, like where am I,
and to begin that journey out of chaos,
into new life. But that's just a thought. Who knows?
Could be a wild week. I volunteered at field day today for a little while this morning, and it is already a wild week because of that. Kudos to our teachers.
Yeah.
They are saints.
Absolutely.
Man, talk about chaos.
Well, friends, this has been fun.
It has been fun.
Thank you for joining in tonight, and thank you for joining in all the seasons. We haven't really taken a break during a season like that. We did like a break during a season of transition, but we've never done like a summer break. So this is new for us, but I think everybody needs some chances to recharge their batteries. And if you need scriptural reference for that, Jesus does that in Matthew. Anyway, everybody needs some recharge time, and so Talking Toast does too.
Yeah.
So this has been fun, and let's.
We jumped right in. I'm just getting to my my starting time yawn.
You had some energy. This is good.
Well, friends, every time we end Talking Toast, we end it with a toast.
Yep.
So we hope you'll join us for this toast. And wherever you're going and wherever you're coming from, may you know that and seek out understanding as you journey, because that's going to be the basis of any community that you build.
Yeah. And may you find in the chaos, may you find where you are, and may you find a new way forward. May you find, even in the chaos, that something new is being birthed. It's not over.
Cheers.
Cheers, friends. Looking forward to the next season. Have a great summer. Judy, it was good to talk to you. And friends, you have a good night and a good summer.
Take care and take care of each other.
That's right.